ガオーガオー食べちゃおう Hello everyone! こんにちは、こんばんは、おはようございます。今日はね、いろいろな発表がありますけど、まあ最初にはみんな元気 Hello Pumpkin, Hello Starseed, Hello Kitty, I see you, I see you, Kun Kuma, and Hello Memento, hi everybody. What happened on the previous parts of Aoi Tori? You can watch the other parts of Aoi Tori. We met our sister. Okay, so I guess we should start at the beginning. We play a priest who may be a devil, and also we live in a school and we have an estranged younger sister who is blood related, and we have magical powers, and we give pleasure. Okay, I didn't say what kind of pleasure. 気持ちいいの感じ。Every time you touch anybody. いつでも誰かを触っているとき、気持ちいいの感じってするよ。そういうのゲーム。You had a lot of fun QAing this one. Quality assurance. Oh, were you a beta tester? I have played Aoi Tori in Japanese. I played it in Japanese. I have a physical, in fact, I think I have 3 physical copies of it in Japanese. But I have not played it all the way in English though. I've only played up to the first 3 days in Japanese. So this is all new to me where I'm at right now. Mary, oh by the way, there's a vampire named Mary. She wrote a play and we are in the process of trying to put on the play. Mary-chanの舞台をみんなと一緒に、試してみようかなと思って、そういうのパート、今は We're at that part. おはようございます。8日おはよう。今朝だよね。日本に朝だよね。7時だよね。You do freelance quality assurance beta testing for review why did they say Eng? English! Visual novel publishers, haha, lately do a lot of Nekonyan and friendly, but also do stuff for MG and Jess, that's cool! I used to do stuff for Manga Gamer, but that was a long time ago. I did Cardiga. I worked on Cardiga, along with Sorrow of the Siblings, and Miles, the Night of Kitsunana Tyranny. So I did those 3, and then at that point in my life, I was doing a lot of other stuff at the time. I started working retail at that time, so I couldn't continue to do work for Manga Gamer. And at that point, I also got a Mac, which I don't like Macs. Windows is where it's at. But anyway, I did some beta testing, and I know you also did stuff at Manga Gamer when I was at Manga Gamer. Maybe it was slightly after. I think maybe in terms of timeline, we just barely missed each other. I don't know. But I remember being at Manga Gamer back in I don't know, I want to say 2000, I want to say 2011? I don't know, I have to look it up. Eroge on Mac! You can make Eroge work on Mac! You have to use wine, but you can make it work. I guess if you have a USB port, maybe you might be able to get USB eroge to work on Mac. I don't know, I've never really tried it. I will say Mac does have very pretty screens. They have really pretty user interface, and they're nice and bright. I do like their iPods, their iPhones. In fact, I'm using an iPhone now for tracking. But I don't like Mac in general. Windows is just so superior. It is the eroge machine. You know, if I want to play an eroge, it has to be on Windows. It has to be Windows. Windows しかいない。 Has to be Windows. I think at one point I dual booted. I got my Mac, I dual booted it. I still have it! It was from 2015. I still have it. I dropped it once. So it doesn't work as well as I hope. But I still have it and it still works. I just need to charge it. If you have a Windows emulator, you might as well use Windows. Yeah, you might as well, but if you can't afford a second computer, then you can dual boot. I remember dual booting on Mac. I had Windows and I had, what is it, Safari? What is the Mac OS called? I don't remember. But I had both Mac and Windows at one point booting off the same PC. Or same computer, I should say, not PC. Anyway, but now I'm a Windows diehard. I got a big old Windows tower. Dual booting sounds fancy, it's not fancy. It's just a headache. It's Safari? Okay. I wasn't sure if Safari was the browser or if Safari was the OS name. I get confused. I don't know. I don't use Mac often. Sometimes I break out the Mac just to make sure it still works. But otherwise I don't really use it. But yeah. Right now I have an HP Omen. It's a big old souped up pixie tower. And I use it exclusively for eroge and visual novels. Sometimes I play more pegs, like Black Desert. My friend is in Black Desert. He voices one of the characters. But I don't really play more pegs or RPGs too much. Mostly just eroge. Let me catch up a chat. A lot of using Linux and Mac. I hear a lot of I hear a lot of Linux and Mac users using Wine to make it work. I don't know. I also do editing and vocal work VNs. I know you do vocal work. I think I know one or two things you've done, but I don't know what else. I don't know what other eroge you've done. I know one or two maybe. You did that one Wisp one, and there was this one Nukike one. I was so shocked. I was on Get You, playing this eroge opening, and I see Kitty Tom. I'm like, what? That was a shock. びっくりした、大ショックだ。まあ、僕歌ってできないけど、いつか歌ってできるなら、本当に嬉しいなと思って。いや、本当に歌ってできないよ。I can't sing at all. At all. No, I cannot hold a note in a bucket. But that's super cool. That you do editing and vocal work. Editing? What do you mean editing? Like proofreading? Like going through the script? That kind of thing? Because when I was working on my eroge, I had a bunch of hats. I was the producer, I was the director, I was the writer, I was the voice actress. So I did all the editing. That was me. I did all the editing. I didn't have anybody else do it. But I guess in other eroge projects, like commercial, like professional eroge projects, you might wanna you probably have somebody else do the editing, right? Editing the script, like a beta tester or a beta reader, proofreader. I'm not sure what the title is. Sorry. Let me see. I think you also worked on what was it? Not Paradise. The other BL game that came out, Sadamu, for Pill Slash. They did Sadamu, which I have not played in English. I do have it in Japanese, but I haven't played it in English. Done many Appetite Nukike and Sickly Days and Summer Traces, Country Siblings, yeah, Country Siblings versus Baby. Oh, so for editing and go and edit translations. Okay. So edit translations, okay. That's what I did. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, okay, yeah. When I worked on Cardigra, there was a lot of modern slang. There was like a team of people and we had like a spreadsheet and there was like a lot of modern slang and some of these rough translations, people wanted to use like the word sick for cool, and that drove me insane. I'm like, no, this is rural Japan in like the 80s, the 70s. You would not use the word sick to mean cool, but that just, I prefer more literal translations in Japanese. From Japanese to English, I prefer more literal translations. You'll probably see this in anything I translate. I prefer a more literal translation. Not like, it is good to meet you. What is your hobby? Not like that, but like, Please take care of me, you know. I don't know. I don't like it when there's too loose liberties, you know. But I like to stick more closer to the original meaning. I don't like to throw in a lot of slang, you know. Anyway, masquerade, yeah, masquerade. That's it. Sadama, yeah. I have not played it in English, but I do have it in Japanese. I do have it. Himari recommended it. Mochizuki Himari recommended it, and so I had to buy it. But I haven't played it yet. But it sounds very hot. It sounds very hot from what I hear about it. Something Stockholm Syndrome, something captivity. This little crybaby, whiny, malnourished, underfed uke. Yeah, it sounds really up my alley. Alley. Yes. I want to play it at some point. Like on Christmas or something, around Christmas. I'm hoping to have enough money to save to get like a Steam Deck, and then I want to load all of my eroge onto it. I can like probably dual boot Windows 11 onto it to get proper eroge running on it. And I think it'd be so cool if I could get my own eroge. You just know me to consume the wine. If I can get the Milk of Repentance, the Wine of Sin to run on a Steam Deck, that would be super cool. So hopefully, I'm hoping to get one for myself around Christmas. And maybe then, if there's like a sale, I will like splurge on a bunch of like eroge. If Just has a sale, or if Steam has a sale, I'll probably load up on a bunch of eroge. It was such a time! It sounds like a great time, honestly. I would probably enjoy it a lot, I feel. Probably too spicy to play on YouTube. Banzarichelio, I'll probably get banned, but it sounds very fun. Yeah, I'm hoping. I've been wanting a Steam Deck for like 3 years now. I've been wanting it for a long time, so I'm hoping this year I can finally get one. Why wouldn't I be able to play Masquerade? Because it has a lot of sex. Hi, Jitsu! I'm good. I'm strolling down memory lane here. I'm remembering back when I used to work at Manga Gamer. Doxing myself. No, I used a different name. When I used to work at Manga Gamer, and I'm remembering the eroge I worked on. I thought you would be on a trip with Mama Kuma. Okay, so that was one of the announcements. Let me remember what I was saying. One of the announcements, okay, was that I was supposed to be playing Subahibi this Saturday, but Mama Kuma has a work trip. She wants me to go with her. So from Friday to Monday, I will be out of town. Will not be streaming Friday through Monday. So Subahibi has been rescheduled to November. And the following week, we have 2 streams. We have a Halloween stream, and we have a Hazbin Hotel watch along. Super psyched for it. I wish people would stop leaking it. I am so mad about it. But anyway, it's turbo spicy. Oh, chokarija. I'll never see Coke, the soda, the same way again. You know what? I think I know which scene you're talking about. I think I might have seen the CG. I think I know which one you're talking about. Or maybe it was a statue. Was it a statue? Inserted in certain orifices? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I could have sworn it was like a statue or a bottle of soda or something. Yeah, okay. Fujoshi, mind-to-mind connection. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I gotta play it now. Next time it goes on sale. I don't have money right now because I just got a commission, and of course it immediately went towards bills. The good news is the bills are paid, but the bad news is I can't afford anything fun. So next time, hopefully there's like a Thanksgiving sale or like a Christmas sale, and I can stock up on some eroge. That'd be great. Same brain cell! Yeah! Same hat! I don't know if you've ever seen that meme. Same hat! These 2 men have the same hat. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme. But anyway, I'm trying to think of other wintry eroge we could play. I also want to play, like, maybe It was just on the tip of my tongue. Oh my god, I was just thinking about it before stream started. Bokuten. I wanted to start playing Bokuten, but I don't know how much itchy there is, how easily it is to cut out around the H scenes. I don't know, but I really want to play it. I own a copy of it. I really want to play it. It's like, it got really, really good, really beautiful artwork, interesting characters, good music, of course, because it's an overdrive game. I want to play it. I honestly don't discriminate as long as the pairings are good, or the story is interesting, or the spice is creative and fun to read. I'm a happy girl. That's good. I'm kind of a traditional fujoshi. I don't like reversible pairings. In fact, I hate reversible pairings. I do not like it. I guess my criteria for like a BL game, because we're on the topic of masquerade, sodomu, I guess my criteria would be like, no reversible pairings. I don't like reversible pairings. I would prefer there to be at least one shota love interest or a shota protagonist. Just you say should really license Laughterland. They should really license Laughterland. Even though there's some reversible couples in it, there's a shota yandere in it, and I won't say who it is, but there's a shota yandere, and that was like baby's first BL. That was my first Japanese eroge that I ever played in Japanese, and that's how I learned my kanji, chat. But anyway, you know, I wonder why Jazz doesn't license Laughterland. Because they already have Enzai, they already have Absolute Obedience, and they could probably get Laughterland, right? They could probably get Laughterland, although Langwar is kind of defunct. They haven't made anything since Laughterland, so yeah, maybe they can't get the license because the company kind of went under. I don't know. Bokuten made me cry. Awesome. I love that kind of stuff. But yeah, my criteria is like pretty art, preferably. I can be lenient on the art, but like pretty art, good music, you know, aesthetically pleasant. Yeah, good music or good art. Cute characters. If the character is cute, I'll forgive anything. If the character is cute. I don't know. Let's see. I guess H scenes for sure, but like if it's got a good story. But yeah, most importantly, cute characters and not reversible. I'm really happy when I played Room Number 9. It was not reversible. But Room Number 9 was a tease. They kept teasing. It was like, oh, you want the Guro? And the Guro never happened. It never happened. It was really disappointing. It was a good game. It was a very good game, though, overall. I like go back and play it just because I like it so much. But yeah, it kind of let me down in terms of Guro. But anyway, that's unfortunately, it looks really good. It is excellent. I played Laughterland from start to finish. It's a great game. It's got a bunch of love interest. It's got a bunch of beautiful artwork. I think it's got like this watercolor type look. It's got yanderes, it's got cults, it's got like an Alice in Wonderland type kind of vibe. It's great. Very nostalgic for me. So nostalgic. Babu's first eroge. Babu's first BL game. I think it may be... No, Enzai was... No. Yume Made Kusuri was my first eroge. But Laughterland was my first Japanese eroge. And one of my first BL games, Enzai came first. Enzai was my first BL game. And then Laughterland. Absolute Obedience, I have still not played to completion to this day. Couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to work right on my PC. Still need to play No Thank You. I still need to play No Thank You. I have not played it yet because it looks very goofy. It looks very silly and sunshiny. And I know, given that it's a parade game, it probably has some kind of dark twist. But it looks very goofy. And I prefer games that are more dark up front, like Shingakko or what's another good BL game? Hold on. I can look at my cabinet actually. You know what, maybe I should just do that. You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna go get my cabinet. Yeah, okay, we got Omega Vampire! We got Koibito Yugi! There's this other one that I cannot remember for the life of me. It was like this one BL game that had the tagline, "Are you happy?" Oh my god, now I have to look it up. Hold on, hold on! I need to stop fighting me. I need to physically pick up the DVD on my bookshelf. I'll be right back. I need to go check. What is the title? Whispers of Iscariot! That's the title! Let me look it up. VNDB, look it up. Here we are! Suminaru Senori! Here we are! Whispers of Iscariot by the Studio Spray. I have not played this one either, but it does look very good. I do own a copy of it. It's on my shelf. It's got like some yandere, got some really nice artwork, but this was the only game this company put out recently, and that was in 2016. Apparently this is the same company that did Kikuchi Megane, which is like a classic. I have not played it though. How about School Days for winter playthrough? I don't know how easy it is to cut around the sexual content of School Days, and also School Days is like $40. It's kind of expensive. I will wait until there's a sale, and then at some point when there's a sale, I'll stock up on a bunch of new eroge for us to play. I do have a bunch of eroge, but they're in Japanese. They're in Japanese, and nobody wants to see me stumble over kanji for an hour. Nobody wants that. But looking at my bookshelf, I have a copy of Diaz Irai and Colorful Aquarium and some Tinkerbell, Tentacle, Fest, eroge, Lamination, Sakura Starase, Moshi Ashita wa Hare Naraba, Starry Sky. I have a bunch of stuff on my bookshelves. You can't watch School Days or play it anymore because I dislike the main character. Mood! Yeah. I understand that. Eroge are usually never on sale. You fool! Just has sales and Steam has sales. Both have sales. Therefore, I just need to wait until there is a sale. What are you talking about? The concept of a sale is unknown. Haven't you ever heard of a time sale? It's incredibly common. What are you talking about? You just gotta know when is the right time. Although I can't really import physical eroge anymore, thanks tariffs. But otherwise I would be getting like Limelight Lemonade Jam, I'd be getting Lesson. There's a bunch of new eroge I want to play that I haven't been able to play because it's just too expensive, it's just too pricey. So that's why I'm having to, invest in digital eroge instead. Yeah, I think I bought the entirety of Nekopara for like $20 when it was on sale. Granted, it doesn't have H scenes, boo, hiss, but there are absolutely sales. Now, for hard copies, I don't know about that. I think Manga Gamers does occasionally have sales on hard copies. I think in the winter, around Christmas, they have sales on hard copy. I know Oz Mafia has been on sale several times. Probably others. I really want to play Bustafellows 2. I don't have a copy of Bustafellows 2. I have a physical copy, but I don't know how to rig the Switch to get it to route the playthrough into OBS. I don't know how to do that. I know how to do it on the PS4. I don't know how to do it on the Switch. So I want to pick up a Steam version of Bustafellows 2 at some point. I still wait for Shuffle Remaster. You mean Shuffle 2? Or did they do like a full remaster of it? Let me get a little sip of water, a little sippy sip, little sippy sip. Anyway, going back to what Kitty said, room number 9 you should absolutely play. You like Euphoria. I know you like Euphoria. So you should definitely play room number 9. Room number 9 is like the gay, shorter version of Euphoria, but without all the netabare, without all the spoiler parts, you know. Which I actually like. I like that room number 9 is smaller in scale and it focuses more on the you know, sex or die type Saw-like kind of penalties. That's what I like the most. Euphoria, it kind of got away from me when it started getting into like sci-fi territory and cults and this and that. Spoiler. But, yeah, I like that room number 9 focuses exclusively on the stuff going on inside the room and what the characters go through, as opposed to like all this backstory, all this lore. It's like you really didn't need all this lore and backstory. You know, it would have been interesting enough just to have this death room and these series of death games. That would have been interesting enough. You don't need sci-fi. You don't need, you know, spoiler territory. But yeah, you did do QA work on LKYT. I own a copy of LKYT. I own a copy of it. I have not played it because it's in Japanese. I'm waiting for it again. I'm waiting for it to go on sale because I would love to pick up a copy of it. The only clock-up game I played is the eroge. Oh, I know which one. Yeah. I only like one heroine. Is it the loli? Because she's the best girl. Yeah, clock-up, even their lighthearted games have pretty wacky content. Yeah, I agree. But the good thing is for clock-up games, they have like a censorship option, so you can like turn on Guro, turn off Guro, turn on Scat, turn off Scat, turn on Ahegao, turn off Ahegao. They have like a whole censorship option, so you can choose it. What was I gonna say? Oh, in room number 9, there's an extremely important anima scene. There's like 3 versions of this single anima scene, and it's very important. But you can totally turn off the bodily functions if you want to. Yeah. Don't spoil me on LKYT because I haven't played it in English yet. But I really want to. I've played a little bit of it in Japanese, just a tiny bit of it. But I haven't played it to its fullness. You know, I haven't even played Maggot Baits. Come to think of it, I haven't even played Maggot Baits in English. Played a little bit of it in Japanese. I haven't even played Maggot Baits in English. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever played Euphoria in English. I don't think I've ever played Euphoria entirely in English. I played it in Japanese twice, but I don't think I've ever played it in English. Huh. And then, you know, Furaterenete never got an English translation, and thank God, honestly. I'm glad Furaterenete never got an English translation because it is so controversial. So controversial. I don't want that. I don't want to deal with like 1,000 pages on VNDB of people arguing about this character and that character. I don't want that, so I'm glad it never got an English translation, honestly. Let it stay in Japanese. There's a good game release, not an eroge. I don't care! If it's not an eroge, I don't care. You lost all my interest. I don't care. Why? Because I don't care about anything unless it's a visual novel. I don't like games unless it's a visual novel. I'd say parts for me, the spoilery aspects were part of what made it for you to connect with me, get into all that here, but oh, my precious wife, that's true. I know who you're talking about, and I know that makes that one character a lot more interesting, but I don't like what they did with the antagonist character. I can't really go into detail, but the antagonist character, I don't like what they did with her in the true ending. I don't like how that played out. Why would it be bad for it to be translated? Because there's a lot of controversial things in Furaterenete. You got like cults, you got unreliable narrators, you got cross-dressing BL routes, you got loli, you know, you got murder. There's a lot of controversial aspects of it, and I know people would buckle down and be like, this character is this character is that. And I'm so tired of it. The same thing that happened with like eroge like happiness, you know? So many people think they know the story when they haven't actually played it. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. But basically it's the same thing that happened with any single eroge with a femboy. Any eroge with a femboy, this will happen. People will fixate on this character, and they will misinterpret this character, and they will say they know this character when they do not know this character because they have not played it in Japanese. They do not know the context. Don't even get me started. But also there's a villain in Furaterenete that I cannot go into. There's a villain, I can't say who it is. And they're very morally complex, and to me, this villain was my favorite character of Fraternity, my favorite character, but I know a lot of people would say, oh, this character's unforgivable, this character's horrible, this character deserved what happened to them, and that's just not true. This character, this villain character in Fraternity was the best character there was. But it does have the most iconic tagline ever. The most iconic tagline ever. Not Squinante. No, not that one. There's another one. There's another very, very spoilery quote that's very iconic at the very, very end of Fraternité that I cannot tell you, but it is so iconic. And I cried for days, and it gave me anxiety for years. Amazing. Well, 10 out of 10 game, I will never replay it. I do see there's definitely demand from English VN players. No! I really hope Manga Gamer never translates it. Let it stay untranslated! No, do not let the Westerners have this. Sometimes it is good to gatekeep, chat. Sometimes it's good to gatekeep. Kind of a vision. I don't like Telltale games. They're ugly. Talking about the Walking Dead games, they're ugly. I hate the art style. What? What was I saying? I lost track. Something. You know what I want to come out in English? I want Mugen Kairo to come out in English. I want the Mugen Kairo series to come out in English. So many times I have been talking to Jast and I'm like, please translate Mugen Kairo. But they will not. And I am sad. Maybe because it's the aspect ratio, it's an older game. But like, please translate Mugen Kairo so Mugen Kairo 2 can get translated. Mugen Kairo 2 is like one of my favorite Black Site games. I also want Before Dawn Daybreak to get translated into English. That's a great game. I know it's kind of like during the descent of Black Site, but I think Before Dawn Daybreak was really an excellent eroge. It was really, really good. Let's see. Oh, Extravaganza. I know there was talk of like Extravaganza. May or may not have at some point entertained the idea of getting an English translation from Jast. Obviously that never came to pass. But that'd be cool. That'd be cool if Extravaganza got a translation. I think, yeah. It's run-of-the-mill, good old Tentacle Gudo Fest. Less controversial, I feel, than Fraternité, because Fraternité is more realistic, for sure. Definitely more realistic. But I want to emphasize that you cannot trust any of the characters in it because everybody's an unreliable narrator! Everybody is insane! Everybody is an unreliable narrator. You cannot trust anybody in that game. It's a great game, though. Super depressing. Anyway, a lot of good Telltale games like The Wolf Among Us, but it's not in the eroge. If it's not in the eroge, I don't care. Although I do want to play the new Silent Hill, because I hear that one's like otome adjacent. That's cool. Okay, I've lathered on long enough. Let's actually get the game started. I talked way too long. Let's get it started. Let me pull you up. Aoi Tori. Hoi. Okay, let me get in the corner. In the corner.
Aoi Tori.
Alright. Alright, let me make sure everything's pulled up properly. New Silent Hill is a lot more action, yes, but it has a female protagonist, and also it's got that hot fox guy. Anyway, all right. So we met this teacher who was like kind of a predator. Honestly, she like forced herself on the protagonist when she was a student at the school, which is just wild. It also kind of begs the question, how old is the protagonist if she was a student back then and she slept with him? Or forced herself on him, I should say, not slept with, but she forced herself on him. How old was he back then? Let's not think about it. No, it's cool. The beginning of the stream is meant for yapping. Anyway, she's not gonna ask a teacher if she slept with me, is she? So we got the twin sister, we got the teacher who forced herself on the protagonist when she was a student, and then we got Mary, the loli vampire. That would be a lot of karmic retribution if she did. Yeah, I kind of hope she gets some kind of consequences for what she did. She is also a winnable heroine, so I'm kind of... I want to say dread. I'm kind of worried how they would handle that route. Mary and Akari are my best girls. Me too! Although I do like Sayo. Hello, Chief Rob. Hi! We just started playing Aoi Tori. Please don't! Please don't! I don't like you. You forced yourself on him. You are not a good person. I hope you feel guilty. Are we supposed to like her? I just think what she did is so reprehensible, and it's not even like sexy non-con. It's not even like sexy non-con. It's just like, oh, she forced herself on him, and now she's a teacher. Pero. And I'm just like, no, Pero. No. Please give her consequences. Nothing wrong with what, Starseed? Please elaborate. That's nice. I'm glad they don't force it down your throat. Risa maintains her composure. Sayo says to Mary, presumably not feeling entirely comfortable, and heads into the main residence. Risa watches her leave, and then turns back to me and Mary. She needs correction, yeah, she does. I do not approve of what she did. Yeah, she climbed on top of the protagonist! Last video, if you haven't seen it, go watch the VOD. I don't know how old he was. Let's assume he was 15 or something. 3 years later, he's still at the school. But he also lives there, so I don't know. But he's also like a student, and it's confusing. It's confusing. She's a mature woman now. Like, if we assume everyone is baseline 18 at the start of this game, I don't know. Mary asked out of concern. Like, if everybody's 18 at the start of this game, then how old was he back then? When when she forced herself on him, I don't know. Maybe let's not think about it too hard, but I hope they address it. You know, it must be obvious that I'm acting strangely. I swallowed saliva down into my dry throat. My collar feels like it's strangling me, so I loosed it, only to find my neck is drenched in sweat. Yeah, that's a good, valid reaction, I would say. I'm hopeless when it comes to older women.
ああ、生理的なものか。リツ君にしては変な反応してると思った。
Yeah! I would say. Mary seems relieved, but she's a smart girl. That's why, though she seems at ease, there's a slight... Oh, sorry. That's why, though she seems at ease, there's a slight edge behind it.
もしかして...
She used to go here. So Akari already discussed this with the protagonist, and he pretty much said that, he was forced. It was not consensual. It was forced. Yep. I confirmed that we had sexual relations. Not really. It was more forced upon you. And this isn't me, extrapolating. They make it very clear he didn't want to, but he felt like he couldn't say no. Mary, I really don't want Akari or Sayo finding out about this, so... Oh my god, what happens if Akari finds out? What happens if Akari puts 2 and 2 together? I request her to keep it a secret, without giving a clear reason.
そうだね。あの人は先生だから、ちょっと普通の生徒とは違うもんね。
I love these backgrounds, these 3D CG backgrounds, they're so pretty. And they actually do not clash that much with the 2D sprites.
何かあった時、向こうも困るだろうし。
Yeah. Not the only reason, though. I mean, that was a while back, though, so would she be in trouble currently? If it was a while back, I don't know. She wasn't a teacher then, she's a teacher now. I look up. To the ceiling of the chapel on this bright, peaceful afternoon. It's a sight I've seen many times.
リツ君?
Mary asked out of concern, but I'm unable to give her a response. Knowing me, I'll be back to normal in no time. Who needs to process that trauma? Who needs to process it? Just shove it down! Not right now, though. Mary doesn't ask me anything else. She just stands beside me in silence. I need to look up a guide for this, cause I don't know how to get on the route I want to get on. In class the next day, naturally, everyone's talking about the new teacher. Also, I find it interesting that all the buttons are up here. That's cool. I wish they could disappear entirely, though. Though it's not all that exciting compared to having 2 students transferring back to back, especially since we all knew this was coming. That was, until she stood at the front of the class and began homeroom.
Hi, 皆さん。おはようございます。
Risa greets us, smiling from behind her podium.
もう噂で聞いているでしょうけど、今日から歴史の代理教師とこのクラスの副担任となるリサと言います。
Well, I thought I would do Sayo's room first, but if she's not locked, then I want to do Mary's room first.
私は皆さんとそれほど年も離れていませんし、ここの OG ですから、リサ先生という呼び方で構いませんからね。そうじゃないと変に年を取ったみたいで傷ついちゃうから。
The class giggles as she throws a joke in with her introduction. I am expressionless. Lisa hasn't made eye contact with me once. I hope you feel guilty. I hope you feel guilty. I don't feel like I'm being harsh on her at all. She stands up straight at the podium, seeming experienced at the job, despite her youth. Sayo is not locked, so you should be able to go right for her. Nah, but I want to do Mary's. I want to do Mary's if she's not locked. The way she pays me no attention feels like she's declaring just how fine and happy she is now. My chest feels like it's about to explode.
じゃあ、リサ先生を印象づけたところで、名字も教えましょうか。
Fumi-san! ん聞いてくれてありがとう。今、パブリソフトウェアの青い鳥英語版やるよ。今僕はメアリちゃんのルート入りたいんだけど、できるかな。いや、あんまりわかんないけど、考える。ふみさんは元気？
あまり驚かないでくださいね。
Why? What's the surname? She says as she takes... I figured it out. She's the sister of that genius girl. As she takes a piece of chalk to the blackboard, the entire class leans forward eagerly, only to draw back in shock when she's done. I'm equally shocked. Her surname is only Akasabi.
そう、私は赤サビ美香子の姉です。
Mikako, used to being ignored, for once finds herself at the center of everyone's attention. So these two, I believe these two share a route. Am I wrong? I believe these two share a route. She sits there calmly as everyone stares. No one could tell what she's thinking, except perhaps her sister. I guess this explained why Mikako went home that day.
気にしないでください。と言っても特殊な家庭であることは皆さん知っているでしょうから難しいかな。
She says, smiling wryly. Also, how is the volume, guys? Is it too soft? Let me know.
私からの自己紹介は以上です。皆さん、気になることがあれば気軽に聞いてくださいね。職員室での雑談も大歓迎です。
Is it spoilers if what? Well, obviously don't tell me if it's a spoiler, but I just want to know if Mary Shan's route is locked from the beginning. Volume is spot on? Okay, good. It was a little soft to me.
ホームルームはこれで終わります。皆さん、今日からよろしく。
Pretty sure the two sisters share a route. The class is absorbed in a strange silence even after Elisa enters homeroom. None other than Mikako. What? Huh. I'm sorry, chat. Some... What the heck? What? I'm sorry, chat. I'll be right back. I will tell you what happens in a sec. I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something. Alright, chat, so sorry about that. I think my ceiling might be leaking again because there is water on my keyboard rest. I mopped it up, but I'm a little alarmed that there's water on my keyboard rest. There should not be water on my keyboard rest. I really hope the ceiling is not leaking again. That would suck. Anyway, Mary is not locked from the beginning. You can indeed start with her. Awesome! Okay, we're gonna start with Mary then. Yeah, I really hope the ceiling is not leaking again. That would suck. Especially because it was leaking in a different room. I hope it's not leaking.
お姉ちゃん
She springs up and rushes to the front of the class. Class is once again shocked by how happy she sounds. For the first time that I can recall, Mikako seems happy to be in the classroom.
赤サリさんここでは一応リサ先生って呼んでね
Oh my god, imagine calling your sister Miss.
やだよ別に教室の中でもお姉ちゃんは教師である前に私のお姉ちゃんだもんそうだけど特別扱いはしないの
Thanks, Darcy, for welcoming me back.
赤サビ家の人間って時点で特別扱い受けてるからみんなと同じに扱われる方がむしろ特別扱いだよそれもそっか私が通ってた時と同じだ
The two of them giggle. I, along with the rest of the class, watch in mute amazement. Honestly, no one could care if Risa treated Mikako differently. It wouldn't be a big deal or anything surprising. Favoritism wouldn't be surprising. Now Mikako, there's a surprise. She's laughing. Not in the forced way or a cynical way. She's laughing because she's happy.
どうしてうちのクラスの副担なのかな普通は身内だったら話しそうなのにね普通はそうだろうけどね学園側が気を回したのかも
Maybe they just weren't thinking.
お姉ちゃんもすでに特別扱いされちゃってるじゃん覚悟はしてたから大丈夫ねえお姉ちゃんも教員寮に住んでるんでしょ部屋見てみたいダメ一応学園では教師と生徒なんだから私からは特別扱いしないってば
I still don't like you. I still don't like you. No matter how cute.
お姉ちゃんの部屋見たいのになじゃあ今度間取りだけ教えてまだ荷ほどき終わってないもん落ち着いてからねやった私もお姉ちゃんとお揃いの家具買おうっとほらミカコ席について1限目始まるでしょ
She gave me very mixed feelings. I'm really curious how her route addresses what happened. I hope she makes some kind of amends or something, like an apology. She's cute, but she forced herself on the protagonist, and not even in a sexy non-con way. My issue is the story treating it from what I've seen. My issue is the story treating it like so quirky. Not treating it with any impact or gravity. I need to see the impact and gravity and consequences. Not to say that every non-con scene has to have consequences, but it needs to be addressed. How the characters react to it, how it affects them. Mikako does as she's told and returns to her seat. Lisa returns to the class's intense gaze with a warm smile and then leaves the room. The few post-homeroom minutes have taught every last person in our class that there's a bond between Risa and Mikako no one else could ever hope to understand. We've also found a heightened level of respect for Risa, as she's able to understand someone no one else is able to. I want to see how it's addressed in her route. I hope she apologizes and I'm sorry I did that to you. Instead of tee-hee, oh, I did that to you, huh? Whoops, here's me on top of you. Saya walks over to me.
Ritsu, お昼は一緒に食べられる?
I think I'll do Mary's fruit first, and then I could do the teacher and her sister, and then I could do Sayo's, and then Akari is probably locked for last. She asks. It would seem interest has shifted off her after Risa's entrance, allowing her to walk over to me unhindered. Oh, I'm not all that hungry.
さやちゃん、私と一緒に食べようよ。
I love this artist. I love this artist. Mary pops into the conversation. She's the only one who knows about my history with Risa, and therefore the only one who understands what I'm going for.
え、あなたはお呼びじゃないわよ。
相変わらずはっきりしてるね。
よくけつきぼいぼい。
兄弟水いらずのお弁当の食べさせっことかさせなさいよ。
ブロカン。
お兄ちゃんをいじって遊びたいって言ってるんだよね、それ。
Yes.
そうよ。
It's not that Sayo always means what she says. It makes what looms over us easier to handle. Let me get a sip of water. ちょっと水飲むよ。Sorry, can I take a rain check? I'm not feeling great today. ニャリちゃんは可愛すぎる。
昨日から変な感じ。
この吸血鬼ちゃん。Sayo's eyes. I tried to say Sayo and Mary at the same time. Sayo's eyes narrow. I figured she'd notice.
まあ、できた妹である私は兄の言うことを何でも聞いてあげる。
That was a fun line. 私は That was fun.
なんでもなんでも。
Sayo says with a grin.
その代わり、わがままな妹のお願いもたっぷり聞いてもらう。
Go easy on me. Risa's reappearance has me shaken. At least I am glad that the protagonist is actually affected by it and not just like brushing it off. But Sayo's still the one I'm most scared of. The two of them head off before long. Phew. I sigh as I pull myself together. That's enough of that. I can't keep acting like this. However, I really don't have an appetite, so I decide to get some fresh air instead. Oh man, there's a Japanese grocery store that just opened near me. They have milk bread. I want to get their milk bread. The classroom is still filled with gossip about the new teacher, so I won't be able to relax there anyway. Wow, almost like you have, like, repressed trauma that has been unaddressed. I head down to the first floor. Enough fresh air gets in here from outside to cool me down without having to go into the courtyard. I buy myself a can of hot coffee from the vending machines and then stand there idly. Right, in the distance, I can hear students coming and going from the cafeteria and shops. I have no thoughts, mood, so I start thinking of something to think about. Let's start with something mundane. Is black coffee enough to ward off an empty stomach? No, you need carbs. Get some carbs. I raise my hand to my head. My coffee just changed in flavor. Red bean soup again. I can taste it sweet. You know what? I actually don't like red bean. I don't like red bean at all. Honestly, at this rate, I might be able to walk on water like Christ did. I could try it out next time at the pool. That would be a much better miracle experiment than making things taste like red bean soup. I just have to make sure not to think about red bean soup while I'm at the pool. Otherwise, the whole pool will turn into soup. Yeah, I shouldn't be thinking about this. It's just making me more conscious of what could go wrong. And if I did something that stupid... A heavy sigh from close by breaks my train of thought. I look over out of curiosity, and I'm surprised at what I find. Is it Isa? Yup. I still don't like you. Lisa's got her hands to the wall, shoulders drooping, and now she notices me. Like, I know it was a long time ago, but like, come on. I'm still mad at her. Hello. I flustered, not having expected to meet her here.
こんにちは。
I can't get over how her, like, first impulse was like, you don't remember me? I'm gonna climb on top of you. After I forced myself on you those years ago. I'm just like, what? I know, eroge, you know, eroge logic, but like, come on. Only this time, she's flustered too. Why's that? It's curious. She wasn't like this yesterday or even earlier in class.
み
not like they had an argument. It was a serious thing. She legit triggered a trauma response. Yeah, it's just like, you know, teehee, you don't remember who I am, I'm gonna climb on top of you! And then, like, kind of tease you until you kind of figure out who I am. Just... No. Don't do that! I'm not saying I don't like good old-fashioned non-canon eroge. I love non-canon eroge. I love villains being unrepentant villains, you know? I love it in, like, Under the Moon, where the characters are total jerks, and they clearly, force themselves onto the protagonist. It's hot, but she's, like, affected by what happened, and they're just... Anyway, I don't know. It's how this story is treating it so far. I need her to feel bad in order for me to like her. If they're trying to present her as like this nice, lovable character, I need her to feel bad. It's one thing if they're presenting her as a villain, but they're not. They're clearly not. And like Under the Moon, when the characters are jerks, the story acknowledges that they are jerks. And that they did something wrong. Yeah, the framing. That's it, the framing. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe they have like a big heart-to-heart later. I don't know. Let me get another sip of water. Hold on. I have a little bit of a cough today, so bear with me. Is something the matter? For some reason, seeing her in a state is calming me down.
別にもう教育実習生でもないはずなんだけどさ。初めての授業の日だったから。
Oh, you're nervous? Oh, poor you. Boo! It's been a minute, so you don't 100% remember. Yeah, don't spoil me. I really hope they address properly what happened. And it's not like, I forgive you instantly, I don't have trauma. Her hands are shaking. I'd have thought it would feel like home being back here.
私もそう思ってたんだけど、逆だったの。
Oh yeah, how do you think he feels after inflicting that on him when he has to live here? She relaxes slightly and takes a breath.
やっぱり、ここはちょっと特殊な学校で。みんな行儀良すぎて自分も昔はあの制服を着ていたんだなとか思ったらあわわって
あわわ You get あわわ
そうあわわって感じなの
I mean, she is cute, but I'm still mad at her. I laugh and she gets strangely energized over it. Guess it's not so easy being a teacher.
あ笑ってる
You know what? He has the right to react however he wants to you. She clasps her hands together and pouts at me. Not that it makes her look angry in the slightest. She's making the same cute expression any of the students here would make, even though she's older.
私だって緊張くらいするし怒るよ先生の威厳を保つのも大変なんだから
How old is she? Like 20? I get it, really. I smile sympathetically. I work here too as a priest, so he's not a student. Is he? I think he is a student though, because he clearly attends classes. But he's also a priest. I don't quite get how that works, but okay. Then she starts blushing, realizing how unteacher-like she's been acting. Feel like I finally met the real you. Nothing. The devil told me something similar once. I see. I still can't recall completely, but I have an inkling as to what the problem she came to me in the past could be. If I'm right, Mr. Disa, you came to rely on my powers because of your family, right? Are we finally addressing the elephant in the room? Bullseye! Her expressions vanished. Clearly he remembers parts of it. I haven't completely forgotten it either. Though I don't have any memories of the act in question between me and Lisa.
きっとびっくりしたもんね、リツくん。
That's not an apology.
それとも私がはっきり言わないまま
That's one way to put it.
頼っちゃったのかな。
She sighs. It seems like memories of the event are hazy for her too. Huh. Wonder why that is. You'd think that they would remember that.
リツくんは知っておくべきだよね。
Oh, is she apologizing? I hope so.
あの時私はね。
So we're probably gonna get interrupted though. It's fine. What? No, it's not fine! A trip down memory lane will only bring us back to that winter's afternoon at the chapel. Oh, he doesn't want to remember it! I never saw her again after that. I could get rid of your nerves though, if you like. Oh no, no! Don't sleep with her! I feel like that would be more traumatic. I offer her my hand. One touch and her problem will vanish. Just as Christ cleansed the leper.
まだその奇跡の力もそのままなんだ。
I'm gonna close the blinds. The sun is right in my face. They've gotten stronger, if anything. That's true. They have gotten stronger.
普通なら成長するごとに弱まりそうなものなのにね。
As one loses their innocence, I guess she means. What's going on? The one thing I found neat is how Lisa and Mikoko were drawn by a different artist from Mary Sayakari. Yeah, I can definitely tell it's by a different artist. I mean, it's perfectly serviceable art, but I prefer the other artist much better. Much, much more. It's not like she knows these powers are given to me by the devil, not God.
でも大丈夫。自分で頑張れるはず。
Her rallying cry was lacking somewhat in confidence, but it seems she doesn't want my help. Has she always been this adorable? I mean, that's a word for it. I mean, yeah, she's cute, but like, her behavior. She's problematic teacher. Well, you've got to be a teacher and I've got to be a priest.
そう。しっかりしなきゃ。
I think you should be expelled.
憧れの大先輩
I think you should be fired.
だからさっきの私の姿はみんなには内緒ね。
Yeah, please don't tell anybody that I forced myself on you. Of course not. Oh no, wait, not that. She was talking about her being nervous. Why is that the thing you're nervous about? I guess she doesn't quite understand the gravity of what she did? Question mark? It was an amusing sight, but I have no intention of telling anyone for more than one reason.
あれ
Caught! Barichapa! Caught in 4K! At this point, a passing student notices. Oh! Man, I hope she puts 2 and 2 together. Oh, hey!
こんにちは、リツ先輩と。
Akari falls quiet as she realizes she doesn't recognize Risa. I guess her class hasn't had a history lesson yet. This is Miss Rika Akasabi. Risa Akasabi, the new substitute history teacher.
こんにちは。こんにちは。
Akari flustering seems to help Risa calm. Yeah, Akari flustering seems to help Akari calm down. Yeah, that makes sense. Akari flustering seems to help Risa calm down.
1年生かな。可愛らしい友達だね、リツくん。
You'd like to play more teacher roots and Ornesa roots? Have at it. They're not my thing.
そんなことないです。むしろリサ先生の方が
I'm not sure implying she's so cute. You didn't realize she was a teacher. It's quite the compliment you think it is.
そうじゃないですけど。
Akari panics more. Far more so than Lisa was earlier.
いいの。やっぱりまだスーツに着られてるのかな。教育実習生と間違われることもあるくらいだし。
Lisa steps in to calm her.
本当にすみません。ごめんなさい。先生に対して私。
I love this face. I love this spray. Akari's head bobs up and down in repetitive bows. She's clearly out of her depth, so I secretly press my finger against her hand. You're going to make Miss feel weird if you keep bowing like that.
そうですね。
Akari regains her composure, like she's just been exercised. Lisa knows about my power, but she's staring at me, still finding it mysterious. Anyway, this is Humino Akari-san, a friend of mine. Well, more of a friend of Mary's, to be honest.
はい。1年の海のあかりです。よろしく。
Lisa giggles.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと海野さんの慌てぶりが昔の自分を見てるようで。
You still get flustered. You just got flustered.
私がですか？あなたの方がしっかりしてる。昔の私はもっとひどかったから。
That's a fact. She was in such a state she forced herself on me. Yeah! Yup! Yeah! Alright, is this implying that she was so out of control of her emotions that's why she did it? I don't know if I like that. Oh, it's so cute! Kawaii! Akari lets out a strange sounding sigh.
じゃあ私も将来はリサ先生みたいに綺麗で大人っぽい女性になれるんでしょうか？
I wouldn't call her mature. 大人っぽい全然じゃないよ。全然違う。Lisa laughs happily.
あなたはもう素敵な女性だよ。そうでしょうか？
Yeah, Akari!
私が保証するのは変かもしれないけど、保証する。
I'd agree. Perhaps it would have been better to keep my mouth shut, but I can't help but agree. The two of them looked blankly at me for a moment. What?
ほらね、ちゃんと男を魅了してる。
Oh no!
そんなことは。
I slept with both of them. Akari starts to fluster again, but this time I opt not to use my powers on her.
そういえばリツ先輩、例の劇のことなんですけど。
Their problem? I imagine she's desperately wanted to change the subject.
いえ、問題とかじゃないんですけど、まだ台本はなくても、今のうちにお屋敷に行って雰囲気に慣れたいと思って。
We already told you, you're free to come over whenever you like.
そうなんですけど、しばらく通っても大丈夫ですか？
もちろん大丈夫だよ。What, are you planning to be there every day? Yeah, why not? 毎日遊んでもいいよ。
毎日は無理だと思いますけど、できる限りは通いたい。
You should come over every day.
あの家のどこに何の部屋があるのかとか、やっぱりきちんと知っておくべきだと思うんで。
People don't go into hate! Unless it's like an Omegaverse BL type thing, but that's not that kind of eroge. That's fine by me. I do find her enthusiasm for the strange, though. Akari seems to realize my doubt and gives a serene smile.
メアリー先輩のためになるなら頑張りたいんです。
So that's your reason, eh? That I can understand. I sympathize with her too. Mary's such a great girl, you can just want to help her out whenever you can.
劇って？
Lisa, who's been watching and listening, interrupts. We're thinking about putting on a play for Christmas at the chapel and at the residence. Who out here is writing Het Omegaverse? Me!
面白そう。
Male Omega, female Alpha, get with it!
まだ台本もないんですけどね。学園の許可は？
I shrug. I don't think we need written permission or anything, but I'm gonna let them know when the script's done at least.
よほどバイオレンスな内容でなければ問題ないとは思うけどね。
Yeah, we gotta make sure it's MasterCard and Visa approved. She giggles.
演劇か。ねえ、せっかくだしその劇、
No!
私が担当してあげよっか。
No, thank you.
ここは学園ですから、形式上でもその劇を監督する教師は必要でしょ。部活の顧問みたいなもの。私が請け負えば学園側との煩わしい手続きは引き受けられると思うんだけど、どうかな？
No. That would be nice, but
あなたのことを気遣ってるんじゃなくて、私がそうしたいっていうお願い。
no, I don't want you to help.
お願い。
Well, I guess this is how we get on her route.
実はちょうど冬休みに帰省しないでこの学園に残れる理由を探してたんだ。
Family issues? What's up? What's up with that? Akari and I look at each other.
私は長期休暇の時の学園を見てみたいの。
Probably empty and cold. Oh, I get it.
何かあるんですか？
Akari cocks her head, puzzled. You went home as soon as summer break started, right?
ええ、終業式が終わってすぐタクシーと迎えの車が校門の前で行列になるんだよね。
All taking students home, no one staying here. I could tell her what I told Mary yesterday.
ここが空っぽになるんですね。
Akari looks around as she realizes what will happen. You can hear laughter in the distance, even though the building would still feel occupied even if we couldn't. That will all vanish.
人のいなくなった学園はネバーランドになるの。
I don't want to hear that out of your mouth, lady.
ギルナノーグかな？妖精の国？
Lisa smiles as Akari translates.
私は家が近いし、親が偉いせいでクリスマスもお正月も親戚付き合いとかパーティーとかうんざりするほど巻き込まれた。
I'd love to go to a party.
もちろん当時はそれに文句なんて言えなかったけど、そんな時期でも事情があって学園に残っている子たちがいた。人のいない学園で寂しく暮らしているだろう子たちを私はかわいそうに思ったけど、でも長い休みが終わって再会した彼女たちはみんな休みの期間を懐かしく思っていた。できれば永遠にその世界にいたかったの。あの世界を経験することができなかった私たちの方を学園に残っていた女の子はかわいそうだって言ったの。ネバーモアって。
Does that mean no more?
またとない。エドガー・ランポの詩大ガラスですね。
Hey, I do love Edgar Allan Poe.
あかりちゃんは読書家なんだね。私はその子にその言葉を言われたから調べて知った。
She smiled through her brush with nostalgia.
学生時代の一瞬こそネバーモア。ドラマや映画で追体験はできても実際にはその時にしか味わえないものだって。
At this point, Lisa remembers she's meant to be our teacher and breaks off her reminiscing. She's actually blushing quite cutely.
そういう理由で仕事だって言えば年末年始もここにいられるし、劇の話はちょうどよくて。
Well, I'm okay with it, but I'm not sure it's really my place to agree to this. I look over to Akari for help.
今日の午後リサ先生もお屋敷に来てみたらどうでしょう？
Good idea. We could see what Mary and Saya think then.
それじゃあお邪魔させてもらおうかな。
Lisa takes a wristwatch out of her pocket. For some reason, she's not wearing it and checks the time.
新鮮な空気を吸おうと思っていたけど、このままだとお昼を食べ損ねちゃいそう。ちゃんと食べて午後も元気に頑張らなきゃ。二人ともまた後で。
With that, she leaves. You watch her go. Don't you need to get going too, Akari? I ask, not sure why she's sticking around.
ジュースを買いに通り
がかっただけですけど。
She peers curiously into my eyes.
さっきの話を聞くと、
Oh!
リサ先生って OG なんですよね。
Yeah, you can just ask if I knew her. No need to be weird about it. It's not a noise I've heard Akari make before. What's that meant to mean?
じゃないですか。先輩の顔を見たらわかる。
She giggles. I grimace. Mary and Sayo have corrupted you.
女の子ですからね。
I'm bad at dealing with older women.
年下は得意ですか？
Ugh. Being stared at through those innocent eyes causes me to falter for a moment. I'm not great with them either.
昔あの人に優しくされたんですね。
You could put it that way. Let me get a sip of water. Oh, I picked the wrong time to get a sip of water. He just out and admits it? He just out and admits it to her? Oh my god. He just admits it to her. I was not expecting that. I thought he'd try and keep it a secret. I threw out casually. No. You need to process this properly. You can't just say, ha, yeah, I was traumatized. No. I hope she hates the teacher because of this. Akari's eyes go wide.
じゃあ彼女が
Oh, I was not expecting this conversation to actually happen so soon. Yep, she was the first. Though I'd forgotten all about her until she showed up again. Didn't even remember her name. It's a cruel tale. Not on her end. On mine.
先輩
It is absolutely a cruel tale on her end. With a smile, Akari snatches the canned coffee from my hand. Then she takes a gulp of my now lukewarm drink while I watch. Then she frowns.
これもお汁粉味。
Yep.
まあ
What? What is that non-reaction?
私も教室に戻り
What? What? That's like such a non-reaction. Come on. What is that? What is that? Seriously? She's hiding her reaction. She must be hiding her reaction. No way she can be so casual about it. She passes me back the can and then leaves without another word. I'm all alone. I lift up the can and give it a little shake. I think there's 1 or 2 sips left in here. It'll be an indirect kiss if I keep drinking. That was on purpose. I return to my own classroom, slightly put off. What is that total non-reaction? I'm disappointed. I expected more. All the players have assembled. Whoa, that was a little ominous. Let me save. I want to save until we get to the choice. Oh wait. Is there another save? I didn't... No, I think we have our first choice coming up. Also, there's not enough save slots. I love this CG with everybody. And the Christmas tree and the fireplace. I love it. We've gathered in the residence lounge after the end of classes.
あら、海野さん、その格好。
Lisa is the last to arrive and is instantly shocked by Akari's maid outfit.
変ですか？
No, it's great.
メイド服をこう言っていいかわからないけど、よく似合ってる。とても可愛い。
ありがとうございます。
Akari takes the compliment with a smile and then pours a cup of tea for Lisa. How is she so calm? How is you so calm? Well, Mary doesn't know it was by force. Mary doesn't know it was by force. That's how she's so calm. She takes it without complaint. The Akasabis are rich, so I wouldn't be surprised if she has a maid or a butler or 2 back at home. Saya watches, her expression mostly vacant, save for a hint of amazement.
話は先に聞いてたけど、本当に 教師も参加させるの？
I do like the color-coded bass dialogue. That is cool.
私は大歓迎だよ。
Mary has taken up her role as leader and welcomed Risa with a smile. Akari and I are fine with it too, so it's all up to you, Sayo.
別に私も反対してるわけじゃない。
さよちゃんは素直じゃないな。
何よ、私が一番素直なはずよ。リツが大好きとか。
I do love twincest. Could you not talk about that right now?
この家には面白い子が集まってるんだね。
It's a fun detail. I like it.
どの寮よりも個性的で楽しいメンバーです。
It's a good way to visually keep track of who's speaking.
変人揃いってことよ。
Sayo mutters cynically, but also happily. It's not a traditional text box, you know, so you don't get like the character name. It's not like the world is filled with the genuine and pure of heart.
それじゃあやっぱり話は私からかな。
I also love the animated fire. That is very cool. Mary straightens herself up and smiles in embarrassment.
みんな私の作る劇に参加してくれるってことで、その恥ずかしいけどありがとね。
You can swap it out to the traditional text box? You can? Wait a second, nobody told me this. What? Hold on a second. Can you do that? How do I do that? I also don't really like the font. Can I change the font? Oh yeah, I can. I don't want to mess with it right now. Well, maybe. Let's see how that looks. Ah!
まだ話の中身は完成してないけど、
That looks
今日
worse.
は挨拶ということで。
I don't remember what the font was. Is this the font?
以上。
No, that's also worse. Oh god, what was the font originally? What was the font? Ah! Reset settings! Yes. Okay.
短いわね。
No, I didn't actually reset it. Oh no! Let me reset the font. Oh god, what was it? What was the font? Ah! You Gothic? I don't remember what the font was. MS Gothic?
挨拶なんて
I think this is
短
right.
い方がいいでしょ。
I think this was the font. Okay. But how do I change the how do I change the bubble? The little text box. Windowed mode. Don't play BGM. I'm pretty sure it was MS Gothic. I don't remember. I have the memory of a goldfish. Oh, you can do fixed. Awesome. Let's try that.
そうね。
Oh! Oh my god! I never knew about this! Oh my
ど
god!
うせ素人の集まりなんだからうまくやるより楽しくやろうね。
That is so cool! I never knew about that! Oh my god!
しっかりした子だね。
That is so cool! I never knew about that. But we're gonna change it back to variable. Risa says to Akari.
メアリー先輩に
That is so cool! I never knew that was possible. Thanks for telling me. I had no idea. In fact, her eyes are filled with respect and admiration as she looks at Mary right now. It must be due to those 100 years she's lived. I take a drink of my tea, which still tastes like tea as long as I focus.
で、劇って本当に何も決まってないの？
そうだけど舞台はこのお屋敷で服もみんな今のままで OK。 私は
Yeah, even you. Especially you. Akari pipes up, being the only one dressed as a maid.
メイドさん役が一番楽しいと思うよ。
ま、そうね。
はい、お嬢様方。
Ojo-sama! Akari jokingly bends into a little curtsy for Mary and Sayo. It's incredibly cute, like she's a true posh maid.
劇がシンデレラなら海野さんが主役だね。
私、焼けた靴を履いて踊りながら死ぬ意地悪な姉役は嫌よ。
シンデレラじゃないけど誰が主役でどんな話にするかは 今日の夜に決めるから。
You should write quickly.
やっぱり主役はメアリーじゃないの？
Akari and Lisa look like they come to the same conclusion.
私はお話をかければそれでいいから。
Mary doesn't look at me as she says this. So, I have to decide who plays the leading role. There's Mary Harker, Kurosaki Sayo, Umi no Akari, Akasabi Sayo. Shibata Yuki, Akari's friend who's going to help, although she didn't show up today, nor is she in the running. And then there's me, 6 people. At that thought, my phone begins to vibrate in my pocket, even though I haven't set it to silent. Sorry, 6 people and 1 thing performing this play.
なんかあれね。
Sayo abruptly whispers into my ear.
このメンバーで集まって楽しくお茶を飲んでいたけれど、その中の一人がこの後いなくなること。
It is it's not a murder mystery. Not a locked room murder mystery. Stop trying to jinx us. Honestly, in any case, we may have started this play to fix mine and Mary's perception of love, but with all the people not helping out, it's no longer about just the 2 of us. I think it'll make a prayer for God to watch over us and make this a success. Success! I'm not good with sibilant syllables, chat. After that, we chat about nothing mostly and let Akari and Risa walk around to get a feel for the layout of the residence. Soon gets dark. Our time after class is being short in the winter. We have mapo tofu. Oh, it sounds so good. Now it's evening. Man, I want to get some curry from the Japanese grocery store. It's a special sweet curry made with apples. I really want it. I raise my head from the book I'm reading by the fireplace to look at the clock in my room. It's 11:30 p.m. That's late. Probably about time. Close my book and stand up. Time to choose. Leave the room. Then turn through the corridors until I reach the glass door of the greenhouse. And step through an everlasting spring. This is beautiful. I love how the water moves. How do I tolerate spicy foods? Not really. Not really. I don't really. I admire the flowers as I walk to the cherry blossom in the middle. I expected to find Mary sitting at the table, but she isn't there. Oh man, this crunchy pixelated chair, I love it. We agreed to hear my decision this evening, so I was sure I'd find her here. Maybe she's gone to take a bath?
覗きの計画でも立ててるの？
Hello, Aname. Welcome. We are finishing up Aoi Tori. We're just about wrapping up for the day. A cheerful voice comes from overhead. You circle around the tree and look up. Above the cherry blossom, here she is. The night sky hangs behind the night skylight. Moonlight illuminates a winged girl between us.
月が綺麗で、なんとなく飛びたくなったの。
Words that had once been hesitant come confidently from her mouth. I wish I had that power.
そうだね。地に足をつけてるしかないのが残念だよね。ところで、パンツは見えてないよね。
見えないよ。It's fine.
大丈夫ってどっち？
Just make sure you don't crash again. She pushes down the hem of her skirt, this time without falling to the ground.
でも夢みたいだな。
How you're flying?
自分が今こうしてまだ生きてることが、生きたまま幸せになれてたことが夢みたい。
She's probably just thanking me. I hope you find even more happiness.
これ以上なんて私にはもったいないよ。
She laughs and does a spin in the air before questioning me.
それで誰を主役にするか決めたかな？
You! I really have to choose, huh? I shrug, still slightly concerned.
みんな可愛いから迷うよね。それに
リサ先生が現れたことはリツくんにとってもびっくりだったかな。
You got that right. But Issa differs from Mary and Sayo. It's like we're bound together by fate. This could be a good chance to face my past. No! I'm thinking I should leave Akari out.
そうなの？
What? Why would you?
あかりちゃんはかなりリツくんの好みだ
Is it because her route is
雰囲気ある
locked?
子だと思ったけど。
I'm assuming her route is locked. Kind of. I just really don't want to get her involved in this. That's my decision. Mary and Sayo already know about the devil. They're right in the thick of it. I'm almost certain that the devil would try to pull something with Issa while we're working on this play. But Akari alone is different. That girl's way too attracted to danger and fear.
そうだね。
Mary agrees. She's seen through Akari too.
あかりちゃん、リツくんだけじゃなくて私にも強く興味を持ってるみたい。
She has she? Perhaps that's why Akari was so willing to help out with the play. Couldn't say if she's doing it out of love. But I know that Akari is attracted to death. Whoa, what? If I may be blunt, I believe her to be suicidal. What? More like a thrill seeker or like a masochist, but not in a direct sense. If one doesn't believe suicide to be a bad thing, or in fact, even if they do, it might lodge itself into a corner of their mind constantly tempting them. Like intrusive thoughts? I wouldn't consider her suicidal, maybe a thrill seeker, or like I said, a masochist. In any case, I'm not going to consider her for the lead role.
うん、わかった。じゃあ誰にする？
Mary asked me. I have to choose. One simple answer will be everything. I choose? Okay, I gotta save. I guess we'll go Mary. Okay, I know who it has to be. The girl I think is the most adorable. But cuteness isn't all it is. For every moment of maturity she has, there's a childish one to make up for it. She's captivating on so many different levels. More than anything, I respect her. That's why I want her to find even more happiness. So I'm challenging her to express herself further through the story she's creating.
決まった？
I have.
おー、意外とあっさり。決断するときは早いね、リツくん。
I want it to be you! Mary's already large eyes widen further as she stares at me in astonishment.
どうしてそうなるの？
I don't get why you're getting so worked up about this.
いや、だから、
Mary scrunches up her brow, unable to find the words to explain herself. And it's so cute! I could watch this forever.
だって私だよ、私。今までの話の流れからしたらその結論にはならないと思うんだけど。
You didn't?
そうだよ。
もうなかった? Mary sighs as her expression changes to one of puzzlement.
リツくん、私の言ったこと忘れちゃったの？
No, I remember. It was, I dig through my memories to find the exact words she used. There's no way I can actually act the part. If, hypothetically, we do put on this play, we'll have to find someone else to play her. I'm fine with just being the one writing the story. I think that basically sums it up.
うん、そうそう。なんだ、しっかり覚えてたんだ。
Mary's face softens in relief, only for her to immediately stare me down.
ってダメ、それだけじゃない。一番大事なことが抜けてる。
You mean that I'm meant to pick the girl I'm most interested in to play the lead?
そう、それ。リツくんが好きになれそうな女の子じゃないと意味がないんだよ。
It's you! She really hadn't considered that I might end up picking her. This is kind of a big problem. Nevertheless, could that not be you?
え？
Mary once again gives me a blank look.
リツくん、冗談で私をからかって意地悪したいって思ってる？
意地悪しないよ? Not intentionally, at least. Mary's expressions when she's troubled are ever so captivating. Not that it's relevant right now. For now, I need to get Mary to imagine herself playing the part. I've been thinking a lot.
何？
About the part, it's based on you, so I think the most natural way to bring it to life is to have you play it. Actors have scripts written specifically for them all the time. It's the easiest way to ensure the acting matches the author's original expectations, all the while raising the quality of the performance. Of course, there's always the possibility that things don't go as planned, but we're hoping to avoid any unexpected results here. It'll make the play that much better, so the audience will enjoy it even more. Mary opens her mouth, but only manages to swallow a breath.
それは私も一理あるような気がするんだけど、でも
Mary presses her hands to her temple and frowns hard. She's really getting stressed by this. Time for another little push, I think. Besides, I still don't really get how I'm meant to make myself fall in love with someone.
まあそれはしょうがないと思うけど、だからこそ
Why does he have to fall in love? Because love will save the world or something? So I tried thinking about who I'd most like to act this play out with instead. And I realized it was you, Mary. Come on, say yes, say yes, say yes. If we do, pretty sure that, at the least, I'll come to understand you better.
それってもしかしたらリツくん私のことを好きになっちゃうかもしれない。
What's wrong with that? Yeah, it might happen. We look straight into each other's eyes. I don't think either Mary or I truly understand ourselves yet. We stick together, work at it together, though I expect we'll come to understand ourselves on a much deeper level. I say I expect it, though I don't have that much confidence. It's more of a hope for now.
でも自分でやるなんて本当に全く考えてなかったし、もうどうしたらいいの？
Mary looks up at the now dark sky, shoulders drooping as she sighs. That seemed a little exaggerated compared to the way she normally acts. Been convinced all over again. This girl is pretty as a picture and tough to boot. If she sets her mind to this, she'll fit right into the role. Now I'm sure it has to be you. You have a natural gift for attracting people's attention.
100年くらい生きてきてそんなこと言われたの初めてだよ。
You just never met someone who could put your charm into words before.
リツくん、私を丸め込もうとしてこっそり魅了の力とか使ってない？
I'm not. At least I'm pretty sure I'm not. I wish I had that much control over my own powers.
とにかくリツくんは考えを変える気はないってことだね。
変わらないよ。Nope. 変わらない。It'd be a waste to keep a girl like Mary stuck behind the scenes. I'm not going to force you into it. Unlike Risa, if you really don't want to do it, like to the point where you'd rather die than be the lead, then I'll give it up. I only just stopped her from dying, and I'm in no rush to go through that again.
私もそこまで嫌とかそういうのはないんだけど、お芝居をするのもそれはそれで面白そうだって思うし、リツくんが見たいっていうなら答えたい気もするし。
There aren't any problems.
終わりだよ。もしもリツくんが私のこと好きになったとしたら、私どうすればいいの？
Then we become a couple, and it's great. Well, if you fall in love with me too, there still won't be any problems.
ならなかったの？
Then just reject me. I'll be fine.
それってめちゃくちゃ気まずく
That
な
would
い？
be really fun if that happened. I hope there's like a rejection ending. I'm not so shallow I'd chase you out of here just because you rejected me or anything. Relax. There's nothing for you to worry about, Mary.
そういうことじゃなくてさ、もう予想外のことを急に言われたから脚本だってどう直したらいいのか、どうしよう、本当わかんない。
Mary's gaze wanders, her complete loss painted on her face. How about for now you give it some time and think it over? Mary's an incredibly bright girl, and I think that's why she gets so worked up sometimes. Like she gets too focused on a single issue.
そうする。
She mutters feebly, but still manages a nod and a smile.
じゃあ 私は寝るね。リツくんは？
I'll do the same, I think. Talking any further would be counterproductive. Mary needs time to sort through her feelings.
おやすみなさい、リツくん。
Night, Mary. Alright, I think that is a good enough stopping point. And we will continue this another day. Let me save. Yay! I think we're officially on the Mary route. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah!
青い鳥
I love the title card. So beautiful. Different title cards is like one of my favorite things. Alright. Okay. I hope you all had fun today. As I said earlier, I will not be streaming on Saturday because Mama Kuma has a business trip and she wants me to go with her. So I will not be streaming on Saturday, but we will be streaming next week. I have 2 streams next week. I got the Halloween stream and I got the Aspen Hotel watch along, so we got some exciting stuff happening back to back. I'm not gonna have the Halloween stream on Halloween because it's Mama Kuma's birthday and I want to celebrate it properly. I still need to buy her a cake. I'm gonna get her either a tiramisu or a fruit tart. I haven't got it because I think it's still not close enough to Halloween, but I do want to get it for her. But also cakes are expensive. It's like $40 for a cake, man. But I will get her a cake, even if I have to go myself to the grocery store. I will go get her a cake. I already got her a card, I already got her a present, but I want to get her like some bath bombs and like a nice cake, a little fruit tart, her favorite. Anyway, finally got YouTube's equipping the jerk. Yay! I'm glad you were able to participate. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you Kitty and Starstein and Name and Frankie and Chief-Rob and Hachinichi and Fumi and Jujitsu. I think that's everybody. Memento, Pumpkin. I think that's everybody, but thank you all so much for coming. I will see you next week. Don't miss me too much, okay? Okay? Alright. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.